We are now recording.
Because then I can save this for next year and I'll remember how to do it.
Well, typically what we do when we archive stuff is we build a little archive group down at the bottom, like we have the training group down here. Just
Mm-hmm.
build a little group called Z Archive, and then any of the groups up here, you can just move down below that group. And then there's this little lock button here. You can say lock it for archive. And what that does is basically give everybody view access, but nobody can change anything once it's archived except you.
Okay.
Does that sound
All
like a
right.
plan?
Yeah, I like that.
Well, let me build the Z Archive group. So I'm just going to add a group down here. And the reason we call it Z Archive is because it sorts by the department or the
Oh,
abbreviation.
that makes sense.
Archive plans, and we'll save that. Now, the archive group, you can say give everybody all view access. You probably don't want to give them all edit access. You can control that individually. So I'm going to say all view access so people can see the archive group, but they can't make any changes to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm going to take that group and I'm going to have it point to itself. So I'll go down here to Z Archive. And so it's kind of out of the mainstream by doing that. Now it should appear down at the very bottom. Oops, I'll make that a level 1 group here. Save. And there's down at the bottom. Okay, now, which groups are you wanting to archive at this point?
Let me see. You could do the number 2 accreditation.
Okay, so now this group has underneath it several different things. Do you want to move all
Oh,
of
it
those?
does. Okay, maybe no. Let me see. Did we do like a test or a training one?
We have all kinds of training and that kind of
Okay,
stuff.
let's do like the training or tobacco 2023.
Okay, let's just move the tobacco group. So
Okay.
I'm gonna select the group. I'm gonna go down here. It says parent group. I'm gonna change that from training to Z Archive. And the Z Archive group is a level 1, and tobacco is already a level 2. So the subgroup always has to be one level below. So when I save that, it'll move down to a group under Z Archive. So you got Z Archive and then tobacco now.
Mhm.
So the key is you change the parent group to Z Archive, and then you change the level to one level below Z Archive, which will probably always be a level 2. You can hierarchically archive them too, so you could put another group under tobacco that's a level 3 group. Not done very often, by the way. Now, in order to lock this plan so nobody can do anything with it, I just hit the lock button here, and then I'm going to say archive or resubmission. We're going to say archive, and now it's locked. This little lock button shows up here.
Okay.
So now this group is locked. Anybody can look at it, but nobody can change anything in it except you.
Okay.
That's pretty much all there is to it.
Yeah. I think that's probably exactly what we were looking for.
Yeah. So anytime once you get done with like your strategic plan, once it's
Mhm.
completed, you can move that into the archive group. I probably want to change either the abbreviation or the name to strategic plan through 2024 or something like
Mhm.
that, just so you kind of get an idea of why it is that you archived it, move it down there. Now, we also talked about the ability to archive specific services or initiatives. So let's go
Yeah.
back down to our tobacco group again, go down. So we have tobacco cessation. This little hide service button, when I click on that and save it, you'll see it grays out.
Mhm.
What that does basically is just it hides it. It kind of archives it, but it keeps it in place, but it hides it. And the only people who can see it are people with manager level access or org admin level access. Normal users don't even see it.
Okay.
And you can do that anywhere. So in your
Yeah.
strategic plan, you can do it, but it's basically it's hiding it from normal users is what it's doing.
Okay.
Pretty easy, huh?
Yeah, that is super simple. Okay. Well, I was we were talking I was talking to Heidi and we're doing our new performance measures for the upcoming year and we were discussing like how we were going to, you know, keep the you don't want to get rid of it, but
Right.
then sometimes it's helpful to go back, if you have a new employee to be like, well, these were the previous ones. So it's nice to be able to.
Now, you realize you can also copy any level, so I can copy an entire group. So if your strategic
Mhm,
plan isn't going to vary a lot, let's say this is
mhm,
the 2024 strategic plan, and you have a new one that goes through, say, 2029 or something like that.
mhm.
This is the copy button here. You click that. This guy lights up here. I would go back up to accreditation because it's going to be what parent group do I want to move it under. Then I'm going to hit paste, and I'll paste that entire plan, every level of the plan, every person associated with it, and then you can go back in and just update it if it's that close. If it's not, you may want to start all over from the beginning.
Okay.
But if you do have a plan that's going to be just a slight change and you want to make
Hmm.
a copy of it, just copy it and then go in
Yeah.
there and just tweak it.
Okay.
Saves you a lot of typing,
Yes, I like that.
especially when you're moving at the same time. Yes.
Yes. Yes. I know. It's just a lot.
Yeah. Been there, done that. Yes.
Yeah. I gotta clear up. My kitchen has all of my kitchen stuff on the counters right now. So I gotta find space, reorganize, and get it out of the way
Yeah.
so I can
When we
make
got
dinner.
here, we had all of her stuff and all of my
Mhm.
stuff. And then we actually have two storage units that we have, all the duplicate stuff in the
Oh
storage
yeah,
because you don't want to get rid of it. It's all good stuff, but you don't need
I
duplicate in
know.
the house. So.
I know. And we're kind of at the point where like we don't think we want to do storage. We just want to get rid of it. Like,
Well, I would recommend that if you would, because I'll tell you what, pretty much everything in our storage units, most of it was her stuff, family stuff, kids stuff, and things.
uh-huh.
And it's like you never touch it. It's there,
Yeah.
but I might need that someday. So hey,
Mhm.
yeah,
Well, I'm like, you know what? The amount of stuff that I'll use, if I put it in storage for a year, it probably just pay. I mean, what you get to spend $1,000 a year for a storage
yeah,
unit?
yep,
I
exactly.
might just buy something new.
Well, and the fact that unless it's something that's memorabilia, something
Yeah, yeah,
parents or the kids or something like that. But you don't need. We have two, I think they're 10 by 20 storage units side by side,
yeah,
and yeah, it's expensive. But anyhow,
yeah.
I'm not going to question that. That's somebody else's decision. Way above me. So
That's funny. Yep.
okay,
Some things just aren't worth the fight. So,
exactly, you're exactly right. Yes.
yeah.
Um, anything else I can show you?
No, I don't think so. If you just want to, just send me this recording and I'll archive this in my VSMG training so I won't have to call you in 2026.
I will. I'll put this up on YouTube and send you the link to it, so you'll have that. And
Okay.
if you have any questions or any problems as you're going through it, please let me know.
Okay. Well, thanks so much, Fred. I appreciate you. You're always so like readily available for our every beck and call. So I appreciate it. And you have a great
Congratulations
Christmas.
on your wedding, and
Okay.
good luck. Just remember that in a couple of weeks you'll be moved. It'll all be behind you, and the
That's
stress will
right.
go away.
It'll be a new year, new problems.
That's right. Thanks, Wendy. Have
All
a great
right. Thanks,
Christmas.
Fred.
Okay.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.